Okay, guys, I have to complain. I have never seen Equestria Girls. I know, tragic, an abomination. But seriously, I did not know Equestria Girls existed till like a couple of years ago, and that's just because I was seeing fan art going around, and I was like, oh, people are redesigning My Little Pony, only for me to find out that Equestria Girls is like a real show and like an actual thing that I've never seen before. With all that, with all that being said, I'm not going to be redesigning the Equestria Girls. I'm just going to be humanizing the My Little Pony ponies, well, the Friendship is Magic ponies, because I've never seen Equestria Girls and I don't really want to watch it. Sorry, guys. And just to preface, I know people can get very defensive about their opinions of what a certain character should look like, if they should be this, if they should be that. And personally, I don't really care if you see a character as this or that. This is how I interpret these characters, and if you see them differently, that's like completely fine and valid. And I don't want to see any comments being like, oh, you made this character dark skinned, or oh, you made this character fat, blah blah blah. I don't care. Okay, none of this matters. This is all for fun. I've done these designs like, let's say, twice or thrice before, and this is just me like improving what I've already done and like seeing like, okay, what can I do differently, and also seeing how my art style has changed. So this is all just for funsies. No one should get mad. I know people are gonna get mad regardless, and it's like whatever. Like, people are going to be annoying, whatever. Like, if you do this, people are gonna get mad. If you do that, people are gonna get mad. So I'm gonna do my own thing. And with all that being said, let's get on to the video. I've always liked Twilight as a character. She's one of the few main characters I actually like because she's in like a nice girl, everyman type of character. I like her less in the later seasons because she's not as sarcastic and blunt like she was before. Like, please let women be cocky and mean. Nobody can ever make me hidden nor a divergent gifted kid. Before we get into the design, I want to talk about Twilight's castle and how I really wish that they kept the library instead of like destroying it. It just makes me sad because the library was so much better. It felt so much more warm and inviting, while the castle just feels so like cold and stoic. It doesn't feel like a home. Like, if they kept the library as like Twilight's home and they only used the castle for like missions, that would have been good, but sadly they destroyed it. For her design, I wanted to give her like academia wear. I've seen some people make her like a total shut-in nerd hikikomori type with no style, which does fit her, but I still wanted to give her some like fashion because I enjoy drawing. I don't like drawing somebody who has like boring style and no style. It's boring. And they're also meant to be like fashion dolls, so, and I wanted to give her more oomph. So I decided to give her, a sweater vest and, a long skirt, because I don't think she'd be wearing a short skirt. And I just kept her hair the same as how it is in the show. Just, is it a bob? I don't know what I would call that. It's like blunt bangs, but it's long. Like, it's like a long bob. I don't know what I would call that hairstyle. Her design has stayed pretty similar to how I designed her in the past, because I don't know, I just like, when I thought of Twilight, I just saw her like that's what came into my mind when I saw Twilight, just like that exact thing. I also tried to put her cutie mark on her sweater. It was so hard to draw. I don't know how they keep track of it in the show because it's very annoying to draw. I was frustrated while drawing it. I mean, I tried my best. I think it looks kind of but it's passable. And with all that done, this is the final Twilight design. I really like it actually, and I love the colors. Verity is by far my favorite character out of the whole main six. I love the over-dramatic, over-the-top fashionista trope so much. I've always had trouble drawing Verity in the past because I could never really conceptualize a good outfit for her. Like, I want to do her justice, but I just don't know what type of style she would go for. This time I decided to give her a Y2K style, and it was definitely influenced by some other people's designs, because I was just like, when I saw like this outfit, I was like, that's Verity, that's perfect. The biggest thing I had, like the biggest trouble I had with her was her hair. Her hair is so fucking hard to draw. Like, I don't even understand how they did that. Like, it's like ringlet curls, but I don't know how to like translate that in my style, and also like make. I don't understand how to draw the hair. I don't even know how they did it. I feel like you asked Lauren Faust to come draw the hair again. I don't think she able to do that shit because what the fuck. I tried my best, but it didn't really read as like her hair. I just decided to just give her, a wavy bob, and I tried to give it some curl. It's so hard to draw her hair. In the past, when I've designed Verity, I've made her like average height, but I decided to make her the second tallest in the cast just because I wanted to try something different, and I thought it would suit her more being like very tall. I really like the fact that Verity is a feminine character who is shown to be a good person and good friend while still having like feminine attributes and like being a feminine girl. A lot of times characters who have like a feminine looking appearance and have like quote unquote feminine traits, it's not really any such thing as a feminine trait, but you know what I mean, like people who act very feminine always being treated as like being demonized and treated as like bad or dumb or like incompetent. And I like the fact that she's a strong feminine character who is a good person. I also like the fact that My Little Pony in general gives you like variety across like all like personality types for characters, because like it's really important in these shows, especially for like young girls, to show that you can be tomboyish, you can be feminine, you can be silly, you can be studious, and you're not like a bad. That doesn't say anything about you as a person. You're not like a bad person or anything like that. You're just that's just who you are. Like, and I also enjoy the fact that they don't really show the girls having any like love interest. Like they do have love interest, but like it's not really ever talked about that much, because it's like you'll have all these girls and their best friends and they're constantly fighting over men. It's like, guys, please stop this. How could you write a story about beautiful women and make them a man somehow? I'm also really happy they decided to keep her single in the end, showing girls that you can still be feminine and not, be with somebody. That was really like important for me to see as a child, and that was really like necessary for me and a lot of girls to see that you can still be a femme, you can still be a diva, and not have any man. It was very nice to see, even though I am a Rary Jack stan. And with that, here's Rarity's design. Her charisma, uniqueness of nerve, and talent is always on fire. Fluttershy is the one character that I've seen that has so many different interpretations, and I kind of agree with all of them, to be honest. Some have made her very hippie-esque, some have made her very boho, some have made her like very, very cottagecore, fairycore. I decided to just combine all of that. I didn't really have like a particular style I wanted to give her because I don't think she would follow a particular style. I just wanted to make her very comfy, somebody who you would imagine, works with animals, very cutesy and very soft. I don't think she'd be a very fashionable girl. I think she just, wears sweaters and wear just like, it would be cute, but like not like super fashiony. I also like think that she knits her own outfits. Like she knits like the outfit, like the sweater that she's wearing now. I imagine that she knitted that. I also imagine that she sews patches on her trousers. I know that's like kind of like Verity's MO, but like that Verity does more like professional sewing. I feel like she just does more like, it's not really all that good. That's why I can still see like the patch marks, but she tries. I really enjoy her relationship with Discord. I thought it was so cute. I really love an opposites attract type of dynamic. I like the fact that he's wild and chaotic and she's like calm and well, she's not, wait, I wouldn't really call her calm. She's like an anxious person, but like calm compared to Discord. And it was really cute, and I like the fact that they made them canon at the end. I also like the fact that they don't make her personality one note. Like, she's an anxious character, but like that's not her full thing. I hate it when they just make a character who has anxiety like just anxious all the time. Well, except for anxiety from Inside Out 2, but that's like a different case. And I really liked it. I think it was the Grand Galloping Gala where she was like, "You will love me," to all the animals. It was, I don't know, it was fun to see. Like, I love when women get angry, like Pop Girl. And with that, here's the finished Fluttershy. She's very cutesy and very demure. Trigger warning for discussions of racism and fat phobia. If you don't want to see that, if you don't want to hear about that, skip to where the timestamp says. Pinkie Pie used to be my favorite character, not because of like the creepypasta shit, but because I just love the silly girl, you know. I love the silly goofy girl. But now she's like, yeah, you know, I like her, but she's not my favorite. Pinkie Pie's human designs have always been extremely controversial. Like, anytime I come across a design of her being black or plus size, people are often very insulting, calling the designs ugly, and, you know, saying that, oh, that you're trying to make things woke, blah, 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 whatever. And when people make her white or skinny, they're like, oh, finally someone who did a normal design, or finally someone did it the right way. I'm like, girl, please. I know social media loves amplifying hatred and bigotry so people can stay mad and be on the platform, but it just really annoys me how people will harass a real life person just because of a creative decision that they didn't like. It's like, bro, you can go out and see Pinkie Pie however you want, okay? But to harass somebody because they see her as this, where they decided to make this decision, it's like, it's stupid. And it's just, and I know the internet is like going through a very right-wing swing right now, but it's sad to see, especially in like the art community, where we should be celebrating, you know, people's interpretations and, you know, people's different designs. Like, we should be celebrating this. Anyways, for her design, I decided to go like very alt and very decora with her. I wanted to give her piercings. I wanted to, you know, I didn't make her very, very decked out because I'm not gonna sit here and render for like 4 days, like all the, like so many different accessories. So I decided to just give her a few. I rarely see people give her like piercings or anything of that sort, but I really feel like she would suit like that alt decora kind of vibe. I also wanted to give her like candy jewelry. Like, I tried giving her a ring pop. I don't think it really reads, but I tried doing that. I also gave her like candy necklaces and candy waist bead. And if you're wondering how she eats all this candy and sweets without breaking her brackets, look, okay, that's why she has braces at the age, I don't know what age they are, but like in her like mid to early 20s. And I'm not saying people who have like adult braces are like, you know, that's the reason why people have adult braces. I'm saying that's her particular reason. I also gave her a fanny pack, which I imagine has like, you know, it's like a pocket dimension. She has like confetti cannon. She has all, like, she can put anything in there. And with that is Pinkie Pie's design. I think she came out very, very good. I've always had trouble with her, like, drawing her skin tone and her hair, but this time I think I nailed it. Aside from Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash was also my favorite from when I was a kid. I really admire her coolness and her confidence, and that was also in my like not like other girls phase. That probably contributed to why I liked her. My first design of her was so bad. Like, what the fuck was I thinking? It's ugly as that's what I didn't know. I mean, like, it's from 2 years ago, so you can't really judge me. But also, like, girl, ugh. I feel like I really, like, the last design I did, like, it was like, okay, I've nailed it down. Because the other two, you can look on my Instagram and on my Tumblr if you want to see the older design. I'm just warning you, it's a bit of a jump scare. Anyways, for her design, I wanted to make her the shortest because I thought it would be funny. Like, she gives me a very, like, short and girl vibe. You know, she's talking the most shit, but she is 5 feet tall, so what the fuck is she gonna do to you? I've struggled with making her like not look like a child because I drew her both skinny and short, so I was trying to like make her not look like very childish. I also wanted to give her an athletic like runner's body. I don't think I succeeded in that very well, but I tried my best. Okay, I don't know how to draw muscles. I need to really do some like muscle studies because like I actually want to know how to draw muscles. Before I was like, oh, I don't care, I don't need to learn how to draw them, but now it's like I want to learn, you know, I want to make a buff brolic women. Okay, both women are hot. In the last design I did for her secondary outfit, I wrote on her shirt like Pussy Slayer, and I was showing my brother the art because I wanted to get his opinion, and he was like, oh yeah, it's good, and he now left, and I realized that I forgot about what I wrote on the shirt, and he like definitely noticed, but he didn't say anything, but I know he knows. But you know what, that is something I think about from time to time. But hey, you know, what happens happened. I tried to change the saying on the shirt. The saying is the saying, the ancient saying, carpet muncher. No, I wanted to give her like a different. Is what do you call that on the shirt? Like a writing? I don't. You know what I mean? I just wanted to, you know, give her something fun because obviously she is the most masked lesbian to ever have masked lesbians. She's the embodiment of the trend, or is it Adam Sandler or a lesbian? Because she just looks like someone who would wear the most like baggy, you know, type of clothes. Enough yapping. Here's the finished Rainbow Dash design. I hope I succeeded in making her 20%. Is that what she said? 20 times cooler or something like that? I don't know. I can't remember what she said. Applejack was extremely easy for me to draw. Like, when I am acting Applejack, this is the exact. Cause for like all the past designs I've done, I pretty sure I've just redrawn the same outfit over and over and over. I just give her like better proportions because as I said before, I have a very hard time drawing muscular bodies. So I think I did pretty okay this time. I don't think she looks that muscular, but you can tell like she's a hefty girl. You know, you can tell like she lifts. I also wanted to give her some scars, and yeah, that's basically all I can. Just give her some scars because I don't know. I feel like she would have scars because she's always doing physical labor and she's always doing like outdoor activities. So I just wanted to add more to her visually. And as I've said before, I'm a big Rary Jack shipper. Like I feel like I was shipping them before I knew what a lesbian was, which is funny to me. Like, I wanted to see those two together because it was like, I just love an enemies to lovers dynamic because they're always fighting, they're so different, they're always bickering. They're not actually enemies, obviously, because they're all friends, but like, you know, they're always bickering and arguing, but you know, deep down they love each other, you know, because I don't know, I feel like they would have been perfect together. I know, well, I've not seen Equestria Girls, obviously, but I've seen some people say that in Equestria Girls, like, it's hinted that, you know, they have feelings for each other, which is, you know, it's nice. Everyone wins. A true or very Jack shipper does not speak ill of, what's the ship called? I don't know what the ship is called for Verity and Rainbow Dash, but hey, never speak ill of other people's ships. And with that is all for Applejack. And that is all for the yearly My Little Pony redesigns. I had a lot of fun doing this. It's nice to see how my art style has changed and improved and what I would do differently from last time. Who knows, maybe I'll do something completely different next year. I will be redesigning them next year, and I will probably, you know, sum things up like, oh yeah, that was totally genius of me to do now. Next year I'll be like, what the fuck was I thinking? So I hope you like the designs. Comment which one is your favorite, and if you want to see like a higher resolution, like a better quality, the art in better quality, goes my Tumblr. I would say goes my Instagram. My Instagram doesn't have good quality, but also go there too. Okay, follow me on my socials. And if you want any like video, like me to do any other videos, comment down below. I'm thinking of doing Inktober or Cringetober. The problem is I'm starting up university soon. I don't want to put too much on my plate, but I'll see if I can do it. And with all of that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.